Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Nice to see your faces. Feel free to sit or lie down this morning. We are going to start lying down, but if you'd prefer to just stay seated for the first part of the practice, that's fine. You don't need anything in particular for your practice, just yourself and your mat. Make sure you're warm. If you want to wrap a shawl around you or have a blanket over you if you're lying down. So just take your time to arrive. And we're going to begin by exhaling through pursed lips this morning. So in your own time, when you're ready, you might like to just close the eyes. Just let the body, let things settle. Feel that you have arrived. You are in this present moment, anchored to this moment. And then we'll breathe in through the nose, and then we're just going to exhale slowly through pursed lips. As though you are blowing the breath out through a straw. So just a normal inhale through the nose. And then exhaling slowly through pursed lips. Let's work with this a few more times, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let yourself open to this place from a fresh place. Feel that you have arrived and that you are anchored in the here and now. Taking note of what you have brought with you to the mat this morning. So turning your gaze, your attention within, noticing how you are feeling in mind and body. And acknowledging to yourself that right now there is nothing to change, nothing to fix or do. In my email to you all yesterday, I mentioned that I've been reading a wonderful book this year by Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter, called Be Water, My Friend, in which she outlines her father's main philosophy to literally be like water in life. To quote from the book, the idea of being like water is an attempt to embody the qualities of fluidity and naturalness in one's life. Water can adjust its shape to any container. It can be soft or strong. It is simply and naturally always itself. And it finds a way to keep moving and flowing. Now imagine if you could learn to be that flexible, that sentient, that natural, and that unstoppable. For a martial artist like my father, this would be the height of technique. In yoga, we also wish to be like water, allowing breath, prana, life force to flow through us unimpeded. Yet it's amazing how many of us learn often from a very young age to hold our breath or take very shallow breaths. And for some of us, this is related to trauma and how we learnt to survive very difficult circumstances. Fear may have been the dominant emotion, and we felt that in order to survive, literally, we needed to hide, become small, not breathe. Over the past couple of months, I've had some flashbacks of being in a cot as a baby and not wanting to breathe because my mum was struggling so much. And yesterday I received an email from one of you expressing similar sentiments. Yes, we may perceive ourselves as victims. I certainly did for a very long time. However, what is definitely more helpful is to acknowledge the earlier experiences and then say, okay, now what action can I take to learn to breathe more deeply and to actually treasure my breath? How can I begin to encourage my breath, my energy to move like a gentle flowing stream, to fill my whole being from the crown of the head to the tips of my toes? So in the practice this morning, let's set the intention to allow the breath to flow and to truly treasure our breath. And let's allow the whole body to breathe, not confining the breath to our lungs, but remembering that we can inhale through our skin, through all parts of the body. So we're going to start off, as I mentioned, lying down. So if you're in a seated position, I invite you now just to come to lie down, and you can have a blanket over you if you're feeling a little bit cool. You might want to free your arms out to the side. So energy won't flow through a body that is really tense. So we need to relax the body. In order for prana to flow, the body must be relaxed. So let's just begin with the body fully outstretched to, as we inhale, bring as much tension into the body as we can. So I invite you to make fists with the hands, scrunch up the toes, clench the buttocks, tighten the tummy, the chest, the shoulders, screw the eyes up, clench the teeth. And then as you exhale, let all of that tension go. So just noticing the difference between a state of tension and a state of relaxation. So let's do this 4 more times. Inhale, tensing the body, hold that tension tight. And then let it all go. So 3 more, just go at your own pace. When you finish, just relax completely for a moment. Notice what's going on inside, how you're feeling. And then just to help us relax a little bit more and to get the energy starting to move, I'm going to do a movement. We haven't done this for quite a while. It's a Qigong movement that I was taught many years ago. So we just have the feet flexed, so the toes are pointing straight up. And we're just going to sort of start to rock the feet, rock the heels. And hopefully as you do this, you start to feel the whole of the body rocking on the floor. So even the back of the head begins to rock, to pulse. And we can do this, even for 2 or 3 minutes. It's a really lovely movement to work with. Try to relax as much as you can. Just rocking the body back and forth, encouraging energy to flow. I was just remembering that little equation of the word emotion, emotion, to think of our emotions as energy in the body, moving through the body. It's interesting, last week, I think on Wednesday, I had some acupuncture with a Chinese practitioner in Footscray, beautiful woman, and she was working sort of mainly on my abdomen with the liver, sort of my digestion, and also she was doing work for menopause. And when I came out, for the next 24 hours, all this sadness came up. And it was fascinating. I was sort of, really sort of perplexed, thinking, just fascinating how, that idea of working, the acupuncture, working with qi, as the Chinese call it, freeing up the flow and what it can actually release, what it can unblock, what might be held in the body that we're not even aware of. All right, so when you've had enough, if you're really enjoying it, you can keep going. But when you've had enough, just slowly allow that movement to subside, come back to stillness. You might like to take a couple of deep breaths in and sigh it away, let the body drop. And once again, deep breath in and let it all go. All right, let's work with our dynamic leg lock pose. And today we're going to work with bringing 2 legs in together. Normally we just do one at a time, but we'll try with 2 legs this morning. And we're going to do 5 of these. Any abdominal issues, you can take the knees wide apart. Otherwise, we try to keep the knees in close together. So just if you've got a blanket over, you may need to remove that now. And on the next inhale, let's sweep the arms up overhead, pointing the toes. And as we exhale, you can make a loud sound as you bring both knees in, and you might like to lift your head to the knees. Head can stay down though if you prefer. So we'll do 4 more of these. Inhale, slide the legs away. Have a beautiful stretch. And exhale. So we'll do 3 more. Inhale. And last one. Good. Stretch the legs away, arms down by your side, and just take a resting breath here. I'm going to work with a little visualization now. So I invite you to bring your awareness to the sole of the left foot. And on the next inhale, we're going to imagine we're drawing the breath, prana, energy, chi, in through the left foot. Let it travel up the left side of the body all the way to the crown of your head. And on the exhalation, let that energy flow down the right side of the body and out through the right foot. So we're drawing the breath, energy, in through the left foot. Let it flow all the way up to the crown of the head. And on the exhalation, let that energy flow down the right side and out through the right foot. Breathing in. So you might visualize the breath, prana, as a color or a light, a bright light, flowing up the left side of the body to the crown top. And on the exhalation, that colored light, that healing energy flows down the right side and out through the right foot. Let's do a few more. If you're not a visual person, you might feel it or sense it as a feeling of tingling or a warmth or a coldness. So just notice what you notice as you work with this practice. One more. And now we're going to reverse direction. So visualizing the breath or sensing the breath, prana, chi, at the sole of the right foot. And on the next inhalation, let that energy flow up the right side of the body to the top of the head. And on the exhalation, it flows down the left side and out through the left foot. In through the right foot, up the right side of the body. And exhaling down the left side and out through the left foot. Let's continue. And one more. Beautiful. When you finish, no hurry. Draw both knees into the chest, cross your legs at the ankles, a hand on each knee. And let's make some little circles on the floor with our lower backs. Cross the legs the other way, circling in the opposite direction. Good. And then we'll gently roll over to one side. And we're going to come over onto our tummy, extending the arms up overhead. So hands are shoulder width apart or a little bit wider if that's better for your shoulders. The feet are hip width, your chin or your forehead is on the mat. So from this position, on the next inhale, let's raise the left arm, the head, and the left leg, stretching fingertips and toe tips in opposite directions. And as we exhale, lowering down. So we'll do 4 more of these on the left side. So breathing in, we lift. And breathing out, we lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. When you finish on the left side, we'll do the same on the right. Inhaling, right arm, head, and right leg. And lower. Breathing in, we lift. And lower. 3 more of these. Just noticing how this right side feels compared to the left, without attaching a judgment. Now, when you finish, we're going to see if we can lift just the arms and the head, keeping the feet down. So breathing in, we lift, pressing the tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower. On the next inhale, we're going to lift just our legs and our feet, pointing the toes, and lower. So we're alternating. Inhale, lifting just the arms and head, and lower. Inhale, just the legs and feet. See if you can straighten the legs, open the back of the knees, and lower. Inhale, lifting the arms, and lower. And just your legs, and lower. Arms, of course you can rest if this is a bit challenging. You can visualize yourself doing the movement. And legs. And lower. We'll try 1 more if you'd like to. So just the arms. And lower. Just the legs. And lower. Good. From here, just rest one hand on top of the other, your chin or your forehead on your hands. If you like, you can sort of just wriggle your hips from side to side. The lower back's feeling a little bit tense from that movement. Sighing the breath away. Good. Okay, so the next movement, I thought we could have a go at this one, is Sphinx. So with this, quite similar to Makarasana crocodile, but our arms and hands stay shoulder width apart, fingers are spread wide, we're creating a nice right angle with our arms. The feet are hip width or even mat width if that feels better for your lower back. I'm going to see if we can stay here for at least a minute, but of course you can lower down at any point if you need to. If you're comfortable, you might like to close the eyes, soften the skin of the face. And you might like to take your gaze to the base of your spine. And on the inhalation, visualize the breath, prana, life force, chi, flowing up your spine. Might be a bright, shining light or a sensation of warmth, tingling, vibrating. And on the exhalation, the breath, energy flows back down. You might like to work with the words here, the river of life flows through me with ease. The river of life flows through me with ease. So we can think of our breath as a river of energy, a stream of energy flowing through our whole being, from the tips of our 10 toes all out to the crown of the head. A river of life flows through me with ease. Just another few breaths if you're happy here. The river of life flows through me with ease. When you've had enough, just lower yourself down. Bring the hands back alongside your chest, elbows tucked in. Breathe in as you lift, bend your legs. And we're coming back into child pose. If the lower back is feeling quite tender, you can make fists with the hands and give your lower back a little bit of a rub, a tap, or just resting in your favorite child pose position. Now from here, let's take the arms forward. Exhale all breath. And on the next inhale, lifting up into cat. Rounding the back and sinking into child. So a long, smooth inhalation. Keep the face soft. Rounding the back. Long, smooth exhalation. The river of life flows through me with ease. Your breath as a river of energy. Flowing through your whole being from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Now you're welcome to stay working with cat and child pose. Otherwise, after the next inhale, tuck your toes. Let's lift up into down face dog pose. And we're going to work with a diagonal stretch. So we're going to push forward into the right palm and back into the left foot. So you're bending the right leg, holding this stretch, breathing. And then we'll swap sides, pushing forward into the left palm and back into the right foot. Left leg is bent. Good. Come back to center. Feel free to drop down, have a little rest if you need to. Otherwise, just have the feet a little bit wider apart and we'll swivel the feet to the left. So your right big toe is behind your left heel. Feeling a little bit of an extra stretch down that left side of the torso. Good. And then swivel the feet around the other way. And back to center. Let's inhale, come down onto our knees. And exhale into child. Again, your favorite position in child pose. And take a rest. Whenever you come into child pose, you might like to imagine that a stream of water is flowing up and down your spine, washing away, cleansing, purifying, encouraging energy to flow, any blockages to be released. We so often forget that we are, 80 to 90% comprised of water, that element of water. Unfortunately, that water sometimes becomes a bit frozen inside of us. Things get blocked and stuck, including emotions. All right, let's come up into elephant pose. So we're going to take the hands as wide apart as your mat and also your feet as wide apart as your mat. And when you're ready, lift your knees, lift your hips, and coming into this beautiful shape, creating your own elephant. If you'd like to just play around with a little breath practice here, I invite you to imagine now as you inhale that the breath is flowing in through your feet. So you're drawing energy from the earth up through your feet, up your legs. And as you exhale, let it flow down your spine, down your arms, into the hands and back into the earth. So as you breathe in, you're drawing energy from the earth up into your feet. Let it flow up your legs to the buttocks. And as you exhale, that energy, prana, flows down your back, down your arms, into the palms of your hands and back into the earth. Let's do 2 or 3 more of these. Again, if you need to rest, please feel free to come down onto your knees and you can come back to join us when you're ready. But now I thought we could try reversing that. So on the next inhale, imagine drawing the breath in through the palms of your hands. Let it flow up your arms, up your spine to the buttocks. And on the exhalation, it flows down the backs of your legs into the soles of your feet and back into the earth. So drawing energy from the earth in through your palms, let it flow up your arms, up your back. And on the exhalation, flows down your legs, into the feet, into the earth. 2 or 3 more of these. The river of life flows through me with ease. When you've had enough, lower your knees and come back into child. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Note how you're feeling without judgment. All right, when you feel ready, we're going to come up onto all fours and work with the variation of tiger. So hands are directly under your shoulders, your knees are together, spine's in a neutral position. Exhale all breath, pressing the knuckles of the fingers down. With your left leg now, as you breathe in, bring the knee in towards your forehead. And on the exhalation, extend the leg back. Then bring your knee to your shoulder and lower down. Left leg, knee comes in and extends back. Knee to shoulder and down. Let's do 3 more with the left leg. Knee to forehead and back to the shoulder and down. Knee to forehead, back to the shoulder and down. Last one. And now working with the right side. So knee comes in, extends back to the shoulder and down. How does this side feel compared to the left? It might feel the same, it might feel quite different. 3 more. Allowing the breath to flow freely. The movement to be fluid. If it doesn't feel that fluid, if it feels a bit jerky, a bit stiff, a bit sore, we can visualize, we can imagine that fluidity, that flow in the body. When you finish, come back into child pose and take a rest. All right, let's come up now to kneel. And I thought we'd have a go at a kneeling salute. It's a little bit stronger than our normal one, but I think most of you will know it. Feel free to watch the first one. And if you feel it is a bit strong, you might like to do the other version of kneeling salutes or just visualize what we're doing. So we can start down in a low kneel, or if it's better for you, a high kneel. Just relax your shoulders, exhale the breath, and then breathing in, raise the arms up and exhale down through your center as you interlace your fingers, tuck your toes and lift into dolphin. Exhale, lower down, take the hands back alongside your toes, and here we lift our hips. So a beautiful back bend, looking up if that's okay for your neck. Exhale, lower down, interlace your fingers, breathe into the heart. And on the exhalation, we lift onto the crown of the head, arms coming up and over. Returning the hands to the back, sitting back down, hands alongside your knees, and if you can, lifting your knees. All right, just 2 more of these. So breathing in and breathing out. Interlace your fingers, tuck your toes into dolphin. And lower. Hands slide back alongside your toes. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower. Interlace your fingers. Breathe into the heart. And coming onto the crown of the head. Lowering the hands, sitting back down, coming up, and lifting. 1 more. Inhale. Into dolphin. Sliding your hands back. Lift your hips. And lower. Take a breath or 2. And we're going to lift up into down face dog pose. So hands shoulder width apart, tuck your toes, coming into dog. And from here, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands. Legs can be bent or straight. Let's do a halfway lift. And then fold down. Just stay here for a breath or 2. And then from here, bend your legs as we inhale, coming up to stand through Utkatasana, our chair pose. So hands are shoulder width apart, or you can be doing it like this if this is better for your shoulders. And if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, try lifting the right foot up. So taking all the weight into that left leg, just for a breath or 2. Breathe. And then right foot down, left leg up. Good. And then inhale, let's come all the way up. Bring your palms together and exhale the hands down to the heart. Take a breath or 2. Let's release the hands down. Feet hip width apart. We're going to do a little bit of bouncing. So again, beautiful practice to help free up the flow of energy. So a little bend in the legs, shaking, flicking the fingers. You might sway. So quite similar to the movement we did towards the beginning of the practice, the Qigong movement, where we were sort of pulsing on the ground. Trying to free up the rivers, many rivers of energy within us. Remembering in yoga, it's often said that we have 72,000 nadis, energy channels that run through us. Don't know how many the Chinese, how many channels they believe there are. That would be the meridians, that's what they call them. And I'll have to ask Anne, who's with us this morning. And I see Anne tomorrow, I will ask her. And I will let you all know. So trying to free up those channels of energy. So prana, chi can flow unimpeded. All right, let's just slow that movement down. We're going to do 3 Stellara movers. So taking the feet perhaps a little wider apart, deep breath in as you stretch the arms up. And then blow the breath out through the mouth. Inhale, come all the way up. And let it all go. Last one. It's a little bounce over to one side. And the other side. Back to center. And slowly coming up. Roll the shoulders back. All right, let's work with another Qigong movement. Again, I think most of you have done this with me. It's a water cleansing practice where we imagine that we're standing in a beautiful body of fresh water. And in a moment, we'll scoop that water up, and then we're going to imagine that water flowing down over us, cleansing, washing away. So you might visualize yourself now in a favorite body of water or in your imagination. I'm going to do 5 of these. So when you're ready, we'll inhale, bend the legs, and we're reaching down to scoop up that beautiful water. We're taking it up above the head. And on the exhalation, hands come down. So we're not actually touching the body here until we have reached the lower abdomen. Then we rub down the inside of the thighs and up the backs of the legs. And then we do it again. So breathe in, reaching down to scoop up that beautiful pure water. Exhale, washing away. 3 more. All right, let's take the legs a bit wider apart now, and we'll work with the Tibetan yoga breath. So when you're ready, turn in to look down towards your left fingers and exhale all breath. As we breathe in, we're watching as we raise that left arm up, reaching the right fingers down towards the earth. And on the exhalation, slowly lowering the left arm down. And then we turn to the right, breathing in And breathing out. Feel free to work at your own pace now with your own breath. The river of life flows through me with ease. Allowing the breath to flow in and allowing the breath to flow out. Let's do one more to each side. Finish, come back to center. Take a deep breath in and sigh it away. One more standing pose before we come down to the mats again. So this time we'll be a little bit pigeon-toed. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So either with the hands on the buttocks and you slide the hands down the backs of the legs, or interlacing your fingers, and as we come forward, we'll lift the arms up and over the head. Let's take a deep breath in as we look up, breathe into the heart, and exhale. See if you can come down with a flat back. So legs bent or straight as you come forward. And then when you feel ready, slowly coming up. We'll take the arms all the way up overhead. And bring the hands down to your heart. Let's release. And we're going to come to sit down on our mats. A couple more poses before we go into Shavasana. So I thought we might have a go at doing fish Matsayasana without any support. So to do this, we lie down, we lift the buttocks up, we bring the hands under the buttocks and then stretch the legs out. So see if you can tuck the arms in underneath. So some of you might like to stay here. This is a beautiful, gentle back bend. And feet are flexed, toes pointing up, tucking the chin forwards. You might just stay here. Those of you who want to go further, your neck's okay. You're going to bend the arms, and you can either have the crown of the head on the mat, or if the neck's okay, just be very careful. Your head is in the air. And we're just going to do this once, so you stay as long as you like. And lower down when you've had enough. Allowing the breath to flow. And you have lowered down. You might like to bring the knees into the chest and just rock gently from side to side. And then we'll work with a final supine twist. So if you have a favourite twist lying on your back, feel free to work with that now. If you want to follow along with me, we might do the universal spinal twist this morning. So legs are stretched out. We place the right foot on the left thigh, left hand to the outer edge of the knee, right arm is out at shoulder height. Deep breath in. And then we exhale that knee across the body, endeavouring to keep that right shoulder in contact with the floor, either looking straight up, or if the neck's feeling okay this morning, you might turn to look towards your right fingers. Not as easy in the twist to breathe as deeply and as fully, but just do your best. Relaxing and breathing. And we'll slowly come back to centre. Give that right knee a hug and a squeeze. And then stretch it out. Other side, left foot on the right thigh, right hand to the outer edge of the knee, or you're doing your own twist. Left arm is out to shoulder height. Deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly coming back to centre, getting that left knee a hug and a squeeze. And stretch the leg out. Let's inhale Both arms overhead. Interlock your thumbs and just wriggle and stretch from side to side. And let's lower the arms down. And we'll set ourselves up now for Shavasana relaxation. When you settle down into position, you might like to exhale through pursed lips a few times as you let everything slow down and settle, fully anchored in the present moment. I invite you to imagine now that you are lying on a beautiful beach right at the water's edge with your feet pointing out to sea. It might be a beach you know and love, or it might be a beach in your imagination. Feel the sun's warmth on your face, your chest and belly, gradually spreading over you like a soft, warm blanket. As you breathe in now, imagine that a long, slow wave approaches you and little bubbles of foam play with your toes. As you exhale, the wave recedes. Inhale, feel the wave gently caress your feet and toes. And as you exhale, it rushes back out to sea. The water is a beautiful temperature, and you allow it to dissolve tension, stress, fear, leaving all the muscles in your toes, feet, and legs relaxed, comfortable. Now, as you inhale, the wave gently washes over your feet and legs and moves up to your hips and pelvis. As you exhale, the wave recedes and you feel any tension being washed away with the wave. Inhale, feeling the wave wash over your feet and legs, your pelvis and belly. Exhale, feeling the wave recede, washing away tension and stress. Inhale, the wave moves up into your back muscles. And as you exhale, you feel each bone and muscle and all the vertebrae in your spine relaxing deeper and deeper. Feel the water soothing, relaxing, and nurturing your entire body. Notice how it is also slowing down and dissolving all waves of thought, feeling, and emotion. The waves continue to flow and to gently massage your skin, your muscles, even the flow of blood. Feel wave upon wave of this relaxation pouring over your body, massaging your body, and leaving you feeling much more peaceful and calm. The ocean's waves come and go. Watch them until you forget yourself and become one with the waves. Now very, very gently start to bring your awareness back into your room, into your physical body, deepening your breath. And bringing some movement into your fingers and toes. You might like to have a bit of a stretch. Just do what feels good. And then quietly rolling over to one side and just curl up into a little ball. Hug your knees in. And I invite you to ponder the question, what's something I've noticed about myself this morning that I haven't noticed before? What's something that I've noticed about myself this morning that I haven't noticed before? In relation to this question, I'd like to share another little passage from Shannon Lee's book, Be Water, My Friend. In the book, Shannon quotes her father saying, I am happy because I am growing daily. To be certain, every day there can be a revelation or a new discovery that I can obtain. And then Shannon says in relation to this statement, these are the words of a man passionate about learning. This focused enthusiasm for understanding and growth lit him up and unleashed him. It gave him permission to explore and create and was a hallmark of his genius. Feel free to come up to sit if you'd like to, but if you prefer to remain lying down, that's absolutely fine. We'll close our practice this morning with one Om. So if you would like to join me, we'll bring the hands together at the heart space. Exhale all breath. Breathing in. Namaste. Thank you. Love to you all. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope to see some of you next week. After next week, we'll be having a bit of a break while I'm in Bali. But certainly after that, there'll be more sessions. Talk to you soon. I'll see you soon. Bye.